Hello everyone, I am Acorn or Tyler. Basically today's video is going to be a it should have been done forever ago. So basically a while back when the Instagram clip went viral and we got a bunch of new people coming in and all that stuff, I asked, hey, if you would like me to answer any questions, feel free to shoot them my way and then I'll do a YouTube video. Well, I was planning on kind of just replying, but there was a lot more than I thought there was going to be, so I decided I was gonna make a YouTube video on it. Now basically this is that. So I'm going to be answering your guys' questions. There are some that I think are actually worth their own video and I'll like kind of list those off at the end, but I figured this would be a good way to rapid fire answer some of the other questions. I'm just kind of going through. I got plenty. I've screenshotted them all, saved them back in April 9th. What is today? May something? Oh God, I'm awful at this. So I'm a month behind on this. So if you're still tuning in, thank you so much. I appreciate you, but we'll kind of get right into it. So Napalm_Sunday asks, how do I grow social confidence in the gym? I will say that just from my experience, if you first start going to a gym, it can be very intimidating. Like I actually, for the first like 70 to 100 pounds of my weight loss, I actually didn't go to a gym. It was all done at home. And then when I finally did start going to a gym, I was very secluded to myself. Now I'm lucky to where the gym that I mostly go to, it's not really like I guess like a Planet Fitness. Nothing wrong with Planet Fitness. I also go to Planet Fitness. It's powerlifter and strongman focused. So it's more of a community than it is just a random people in and out. So it's a very welcoming experience. And like, to be honest, man, going to the gym, everybody's kind of like working on themselves. And I've noticed from my own experience that like people brag on people a lot more than people think. Like it's never gonna be, oh, hey, did you see Susan over there doing RDLs? Well, man, she's gonna hurt her back. It's more like, dang, Derek, you're looking awfully big today. How you getting lats like that? Like it's never really going to be as scary as people think that it will be. And honestly, just making friends, like I've made some of the best friends that I've made in a very long time recently just because we go at the same time. Their names are Ethan, Emma, and Brandon. What started off as a, hey man, are you using that? Now has become a great friendship. So like it's just about kind of getting out of your shell, I guess, and don't expect the worst because it's not going to be as bad as you think that it is. Stormy Winter asks, what do you suggest for belly fat? So I'm assuming when you say belly fat, you mean you have an area in your stomach that you're specifically trying to target to lose. Unfortunately, there's not really a good way to just be like, hey, I want this belly fat to go away, or hey, I want this fat to go away in my legs. Now you can do exercises to target certain areas, but that's not going to be the best way. Unfortunately, when it comes to fat, it's one of those things where just when you lose overall fat from your body, so like say 20 pounds, your body is going to pick where it wants to go to. My strugglesome area is my lower back. My lower back likes to be the last to go away. My face is also kind of that way. And then the last like 10, 15 pounds I've had, it's kind of been slimming down a little bit, but just being active, exercising, watching your calories and all that stuff, it will eventually go away. I know that's not the answer you want to hear, but like you just got to trust the process and keep at it. Stefan Sile asks, starting out full body or targeted, what exercises do you recommend? When starting out, I'm going to say do what you find fun. That is such a cheap answer, but being consistent is more important than going straight into like a full body or a back and biceps, chest and triceps. It's really just, my biggest thing would be start a 3-day routine, a push-pull legs, and see if you can be consistent for that for 3 whole weeks. Because once you're 3 weeks in, and you don't want to mess it up, you want to get that 4th week. And then if you slowly start to fall in love with it, because that's something that happened to me, I fell in love with it, then you're going to be more inclined to try out and do different things and maybe move it to 4 days, 5 days, so on and so on. Really in the beginning, it's just be consistent. Steven Sile also asks, how long did it take to achieve my physique? And that's a very rough question because truth be told, I've been losing weight for about 5 years. Now that's been a lot of yo-yoing and I've not really been taking it super serious except for the last like year and a half. I did powerlifting for about 3 of those years, never like anything too crazy. My best numbers were like 585 deadlift, a 525 squat, 505 squat, and like a 345 bench. But like it was never really like prime, I want big back, I wanted to be strong. Now in the last like year and a half when my body was done with powerlifting and wanted to not do that, I've been taking it a lot more serious. Now, that being said, I would say you could achieve my physique in that of like a year and a half time to 2 years maximum. I just recommend going slower with your weight loss because it's gonna have a lot more added benefits. You're gonna keep a lot more strength, you'll probably grow muscle a little bit faster and better just because you're not cutting your calories as much and cutting into your muscle mass and so on and so on. Coke James asks, what is the best way to meal prep? So I typically do a lot of eating in my car with my job. So I actually do prep like 2 meals and like a shake to take with me. That way I'm not having to buy stuff while I'm out. But for ease of use, I will say fridge prepping. Fridge prepping is so easy, especially if you're in a household. So like, let's say you've got a husband and some kids and stuff like that. If you fridge prep, which just means basically you get an Instapot, throw just a very large amount of chicken in it, shred that up, put it in a big container, same with ground beef, just cook like 4 or 5 pounds at a time. Then you can, as you go to get your meals for the day, you can just kind of divvy it into personal containers. Luckily, I've got enough fridge space that I can just put all of my various containers in the refrigerator. I think I usually have my breakfast and my lunches prepared, and then my shake I'll make the day before. And then when I come home, I have like some kind of like quick food. And then for dinner, I usually kind of make my dinner fresh. I like to have like one freshly prepared meal a day, just because it does make things a little bit easier, and like I'm not just eating cold or microwave food all day long. Kyo Diane asks, if I'm skinny and short, can I be huge like you? Well, firstly, I am only 5'9", so I am not tall by any means. I am average. To answer your question though, yeah, absolutely. So I think that everybody's body is going to be a little bit different, no matter the way you look at it. My buddy Ethan is actually pretty much around the same weight as I am, and we have 2 completely different body types. He's got bigger legs, I have a bigger upper body. So like, it's really gonna depend on how your body works. But I do think with enough eating, with enough training, anybody can have the physique that I have. It's not like something too crazy. Mine is naturally achieved. Like it's definitely something that I think that somebody can do. You just gotta eat right and be consistent. Aaron Hill asks, how do I make my arms bigger? Honestly, man, I'm learning that one myself. Just make sure you're hitting your biceps and your triceps and your shoulders twice a week. Something I didn't realize was the job field that I'm in, it involves a lot of this motion. So I have some pretty large shoulders. It's from stocking 8-pound items above my head throughout the entire day for hours on end. When I first started working out, I didn't know what I was doing at all, so I just did a lot of chest and triceps, so my triceps are also a little bit bigger than I would say that they should be. As for biceps, those are definitely my weakest link, and I'm trying to play catch up, and you just gotta be consistent. Make sure you're hitting them twice a week and you have optimal time to recover, and make sure you're eating enough. Your boy Steven asks, is cardio really important when it comes to weight loss? I will say yes, but for reasons that are not like cardio is the best thing in the world. I like to eat. I like food. I was obviously 400 pounds at one point in time, so I know for a fact that I like to eat. With cardio, that means I am burning more calories through the day, I'm getting my steps in, and I'm able to eat more. So I think that cardio is a very good, useful tool when you are still trying to cut weight and you still would like to eat. So for example, let's say you're set to 2,400 calories a day and you're trying to lose weight. You've lost about 5-10 pounds, your body's starting to plateau. Now you can cut those calories from 24 to like 22 to 21, or you can add some cardio throughout your week, and then what happens is you will still continue to lose weight without having to drop those calories, allowing you to eat more. So I would say in that sense, you can definitely say that cardio is important. Plus it just makes you overall feel better, and like you're active and you're getting loose and goose and you're moving around a little bit. Blue Static asks, is drinking water with a meal a good start to get away from sugar? I don't know if it's really a good way to get away from sugar, but I will say that drinking water with your meal will just overall help you fill you up. So like if you struggle I struggle with binge eating. And so like there are certain days where I'll come home and I'm like, I just want to eat every single thing in this house. No matter what I do, it's not enough food. But if I have enough liquids in my stomach, I won't have room for the other food. So I would say that like, if you're trying to like get rid of sugar, so like let's say regular Pepsi, a good immediate alternative obviously is going to be Diet Pepsi. Let's say you don't want the carbonation, then you can obviously go with flavored waters, such as like the little Mio packets, or I use like the Great Value brand, or you can use advanced hydration. Use code ACORN at checkout if you want to save 10%. But honestly, just drinking water overall is just a good way to stay full, stay hydrated, feel good. But I would say it's definitely a good way to get away from sugars. I don't think it's gonna completely get rid of that craving. I definitely think like a diet soda or like any kind of like drink mix that you can put in water would be the best way to kind of stay away from sugars. Amber Carleo asks, what was the hardest part of my weight loss journey? Honestly, the mental battle that I had to overcome with food. I know a lot more now than I ever did when I first kind of went in. I just had the world of YouTube at my disposal and really overdid it because I kind of fell down the V-shred line of like listening to just nonsense that didn't make any sense. And now I have a much better grip. Like, overcoming my relationship with food, obviously I was obese, so I ate way too much all the time. And then at my lowest, I was eating not enough food. I was only eating like 1,200 calories a day, which is not enough at all. And so like being able to double, if not even more, my calories for the day and just overcoming that mental obstacle, because you should not just cut everything out. You just, please, for the love of God, you don't just have to eat chicken and broccoli every meal. You can eat delicious, healthy foods. You can even eat the nasty foods if you want to, like a Big Mac or something like that, because it's really just all about calories in versus calories out. Like it's such a simple answer, but it is so true, man. Like, it just, calories in versus calories out is the way to go. And it took me a long time to learn that. It took me way too long to learn that. And ever since then, I'm pretty proud of that one. Like I said, I still struggle from time to time with the whole binge eating thing, and I'll never not eat enough, because I just like food too much now, and to go back on that one. But that is definitely probably the hardest obstacle that it's been for me during my weight loss journey. Haley Gwendolly 01 asks, what do you watch while on the Stairmaster for 30 minutes? So typically what I used to watch is any kind of anime that I'm currently in, like Vinland Saga. But as of late, I've been trying to utilize that time to reply to comments and like get my posts ready for like Instagram and TikTok and stuff like that, like pre-draft them and get them all ready to upload so I can just press the upload button the following day. So if I'm not like working, then I'm watching anime. It's just my go-to guilty pleasure. It's like a little reward to watch anime while I'm doing the stairs, because the stairs suck. You try 30 minutes on the stairs, like setting anywhere between 4 to 6, you're gonna be sweating. I mean, I'm already a sweaty boy, so it is what it is, but it's just, give it a shot. Don't give it a shot. It's a bad time. Just walk on the treadmill. It's so much better. And you just do it for a little bit longer and you get the same results, but you're not dead afterwards. Waitin' Walls asks, can I ask you a question about how you grew as a fitness content creator instead, perhaps? Well, Waitin' Walls, this one's a really hard question for me to answer, because like, I never really, I guess, thought of myself as a content creator. I guess I do, but I don't. Like, I feel like I'm always trying to grow, so like, I wouldn't say that I've like, I don't know. The best advice I have for you is, I would say my biggest advice for that is to just post. Like, nothing has to be super hyper edited. Nothing has to be, now sometimes like I'm trying to branch into the more cinematic things and I just want to experiment with like videography and photography and stuff like that. But like, if you have an idea, pretty much my biggest thing is, if you have like a Facebook post in your mind or a tweet in your mind and you want to tweet those things out, make a video, throw it up, because you never know what kind of traction, or somebody's going to relate to that and somebody's going to be funny. If it gets shared to a certain person, it gets reposted by a certain person, just post. I typically try to post every other day, or basically any day that I'm not streaming. My rule of thumb is I try to have something every single day. So if I'm streaming on Twitch like Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, then I'll avoid typically like putting a short form video out, and then I'll try to stay more consistent on short form stuff for like it would be Tuesday, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. And then now with this whole YouTube thing, I'm trying to be consistent with YouTube and have one video a week and just kind of go from there. Because like I said earlier, like, people start with iPhones. I started with an iPhone. This is the first big boy camera I've wanted, and I've wanted it for multiple reasons of just I want to get into videography. But like, just grab your phone and pretty much go crazy with it. Start recording yourself and just edit it down using free features such as CapCut or like in-app softwares. But I recommend CapCut highly. It's cheap. It's literally free unless you want the Pro, and then that's super cheap. And then just post it, man. Because like I said, you never know what will click. The video that I had go viral, like when I didn't post that like, this is the one, this is gonna get 4 million views. Like, just post, man. Just try to get out there and post as much as you can. OG Gonzalez asks, best way to stay consistent? For me, I'm a nerd. I've always been a nerd. I'm always going to be a nerd. I like video games, I like anime, all things like that. So what I try to do is I try to make little mini challenges. So like, I'm an achievement hunter. When it comes to like single player games, I absolutely love to 100% a game if I can. And so therefore, I like make little tasks or little tiny goals to continue to keep me consistent. Oh, hey, I lost lost that 10 pounds, I'm gonna buy that new shirt I want from insert fitness company here, or like, oh hey, I hit a new PR on deadlift, so I'm gonna go out and buy that game. Try to find small rewards so that you constantly want to keep improving. Another good thing is like, once I have a big thing that I'm trying to do in my next 20 pounds, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, no, so just, I would say for consistency reasons, one, if you falling in love with it is a huge possibility. When I was 400 pounds, I never thought I was gonna fall in love with it, but I did. So that's really helped me stay consistent. Now if I miss a gym day, I'm very sad and I feel like that I have not accomplished the day, and it's just how it goes. But I would definitely try the reward system. So like, you've gone 2 weeks in a row, hey, go buy that new outfit for the gym. So, because I'm a big believer in feel good, look good, or look good, feel good. And so just try that. Slayer asks, getting ready to start my journey, what are some tips? Slayer, I think this is a great question, and I would love to give you an answer on this question, but I think that question is actually deserving of its own video. So I'd be glad to give like, top 10 do's and don'ts starting a weight loss journey. I think that's a very, very good idea for you, Slayer. Ale Jaeger and Brecken Flory both asked a very similar question. It's pretty much what gave me the motivation to lose all my weight. Again, like Slayer's question, I could yap for hours on that instead of like just a quick little, this is how I did it. So I think that is also another video idea for me, because I kind of like telling my story, because it's a very nonchalant, are you serious kind of story. So I'm gonna save that one for now as well. So stick around for that future video. And then our final question of the day, and has been on every single Instagram post that I've posted since the viral Instagram clip. Lockpire P4 asks, can you oil up? My man, how about this? I will oil up if we ever hit 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. You get me to 100K on YouTube, I'll oil up that day. That day I'll go get the baby oil and we'll be schmoovin' and groovin', okay? You got that Lockpire P4, but I'm not doing it for anything less, okay? All right, guys, I am so sorry that it's taken me so long to get this video out to you guys. I do appreciate all of the questions. I actually really enjoyed this, and like, sorry to the one questions that I didn't answer. They're such good questions that I think they're deserving of their own video. But yeah, so I think we should probably do this again sometime, maybe down the road after we've established a little bit more kind of going on in the social medias area, and I've got more of a better feeding, or my feeder planted a little bit more, and then we can definitely swing for another one. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you have a great freaking day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.